When I was 4 years old, I stood on the lawn of my parents' brand new suburban home and made a long, loud, impassioned speech about unfairness. My parents had sent me to my room without dinner. I was outraged. So I marched out onto the lawn in my pajamas and told my neighbours, in the cozy cul-de-sac, the entire story. When a little girl was being bullied in my elementary class, I refused to join in. I broke the quote-unquote cootie chain and turned to her to say I was sorry about the other kids. I then sat down to taunts and jeers. When my girlfriends were being bullied and harassed in high school by a powerful teacher, I wrote a letter to the school board. When I worked in the federal government as a precocious 20-year-old, I learned a complex database tool to become indispensable to the leadership. Then I used my sway with the higher-ups to advocate for my younger colleague who was being marginalized, micromanaged, and underpaid. I've always been this way. There's no way around it. I abhor a bully. I adore an underdog. Today, I'm shouting digitally here in this podcast at the top of my lungs. I'm standing up on this tiny little soapbox. I'm not sure anyone is listening, but I am sounding a warning. My warnings about the unchecked, ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the looming threat of another flu pandemic, this time H5N1, the rise of authoritarianism, the coordinated and well-funded anti-vax and anti-science movements that have already taken so many lives, the danger of anti-democratic leaders like Donald Trump, the rampant income inequality, the existential threat of climate change, and the fossil fuel industry that has caused the climate emergency we're living through right now. I also talk about toxic workplaces that ruin and end lives. I'm going to keep at it. So this is my shout out to others who are shouting at the top of their lungs right along with me. To the others, I ask you to join us. It isn't too late. Our very survival on this planet depends upon it. Thanks for listening.